Today I'm going to be covering installing Windows 3.1 using VMware Workstation, our virtual workstation. So we already have DOS loaded, which you need to install Windows 3.1. So now we're at the C prompt in DOS. We need to make a directory for 3.1 to go into. So md make directory win31. Just to make sure we've done it, let's check our directory. There it is, Windows 3.1. Now we need to go put our disks in. So the first one we're going to put in is our CD-ROM. We need to use the ISO image since we don't have an actual disk. Find the folder where you put it. Windows 3.1 for me. We need to put our floppy out of the same folder, the boot disk image. We need to make sure these are connected. Yep. Now we are going to reboot, and this is a little tricky. It goes pretty quick. You got to click inside VMware and hit escape so you can get to this boot menu. And in this boot menu we want CD-ROM drive right here. So we're going to go in, arrow down, hit enter. We're going to start the computer with CD-ROM support. Now it's got to do a few things. Okay, now we're at the A prompt. Here we have to type in copy E:\/ C:\/ win31. Then when this is done installing all of this, we're going to go in and remove the disks. We're just going to turn off the, it's already ready, so we'll go into settings here, go to our floppy, disconnect it, disconnect our CD-ROM, hit OK, and we are going to reboot it to DOS. And now you should see this DR DOS before your C prompt. So here at the C prompt we're going to type in CD win31. I think I need to have that CD-ROM turned on. Let's do it just to make sure. Oh, we just changed the directory. That's all we were doing. Change directory. Here we type setup, and now we are beginning the setup of Windows 3.1. Sorry. Here I'm just going to put my name, make things easy. Continue. You also notice in 3.1 we now have a mouse. Once you get this far, you don't have to. This is the first introduction of the mouse, and you don't have to use your keyboard to input all your information now. We'll just call that editor the editor, since that's what it is. We can skip the tutorial. Now we're going to reboot back to DOS. Once the install is complete, we need to make sure that these are off. Okay, it already figured it out. Now this C prompt right here, all you have to type is Win or Windows, but WIN works. Hit it, and there is Windows 3.1. A few things in Windows 3.1. This is the first time you see the control panel, which I know it looks really basic here, but you know, everybody had to start somewhere. Today's is much more in depth and does a whole lot more, but like I said, you got to start somewhere. But we can change things in here, like we can go to the mouse, and mine's moving too fast. You hit OK. That speed's a little bit better. We can go to games. There's all of 2, Solitaire and Minesweeper. Not too big a deal. The file manager is pretty cool because if you look at it, it should look familiar if you're used to Windows. It's a filing system. Obviously it's changed, but not a ton. And that is Windows 3.1.